everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I thought today we could talk about jewellery, and it was actually a bizarre circumstance for me that this crossed my mind because I don't have a lot of jewellery and I am not really bothered about having, really fine jewellery and worrying about if my jewellery is expensive or anything like that. And I realised one of the reasons it probably doesn't cross my mind very much is because it's probably one of the areas in my life that I am the most minimal. I have very basic everyday jewellery and not very much else. I have a few other bits and pieces and that's it. So I thought for today's video I would share with you all the pieces of jewellery I keep to hand so that I can access them and wear them whenever I feel like it. I do also have a small jewellery box of more sentimental pieces or just pieces I felt like keeping the last time I did a jewellery declutter, but I have literally not looked in that jewellery box since I did that declutter. So after this video I am just going to go and have a look through that and see if there's anything I am actually ready to let go of. And before we get into it, I just want to say, just because I only have a few jewellery items and it's one of my more minimal areas, that doesn't mean my way of doing things is right, and if you have a lot of jewellery that you still can't be classed as a minimalist. I think even as minimalists or people that are just trying to be more minimal, we still have our individual interests and areas where we've probably got a bit more stuff. For some people you might have loads of shoes, or some people might have loads of books, or some people might have loads of gadgets or games or music or whatever it is. Like, I'm sure we've all got something where we have more than minimalists tend to have. For me, jewellery is a very minimal area. For you, it might not be. I am not by any means saying my way of doing things is right. So let's first begin with my day-to-day jewellery. So something that I wear all the time without fail, even in the shower and in bed, are my rings. So on this hand, I have just got my engagement ring and my wedding ring. And on this hand, the ring at the bottom with the rubies in was just a Christmas present from my husband a few years ago. And the one above it, which has "I love you" written on it, was something he bought for me for our first anniversary. And I'm not talking wedding anniversary. That was just like a first anniversary when we were like dating whilst we were still at school. So 4 rings, and they are all in some way associated with my husband or our relationship together, whether it was a gift from him, which is what these two are, or engagement and wedding rings. I don't have any other rings, I don't wear rings for, like fashion or just because like they're my best diamonds or anything like that. That's not something that's for me. I just have these 4 rings, I wear them all the time, and that is it. My next most worn item, I would say I wear this almost every day. The only exceptions would be if I'm not going out anywhere and so I've not bothered to put it on, and that is my necklace here. This was a gift from my dad, I think 2 Christmases ago, and it is just engraved on the back. It says, "My little girl yesterday, my friend today, and my daughter forever, and I love you" down the middle. He bought my sister and me matching ones, and I just love this. I love that it's perfectly my style and that I prefer gold jewellery. I love that it is just sort of the perfect piece that you can wear it every day and it goes with everything. And so that's pretty much the gist of it. I wear it all the time. I like that it's a sentimental piece, that it actually means something to me. I think that it's a sentimental piece is one of the reasons why I bother to put it on every day. Before I got this, I rarely wore necklaces. I'm talking like like for a party, I might put a necklace on, and before I had this. And I think it's because it means something to me that I make the conscious effort to put it on every day. Otherwise, anything else, I don't think I'd bother. Next are my earrings. So I have 2 pairs of Ana Luisa earrings in, just a plain gold set and then a gold set with like a little star with a gem in. I don't wear these every single day, but they are the earrings I wear as my everyday earrings. So I would say around about 75% of the time I wear these. I wear them most days to work. There are very few times when I don't put them in. So these are just my everyday earrings. I wanted hoops, but I wanted really small hoops, and Ana Luisa just ticks the box with that. So I love these. These were something I treated myself to just after Christmas because I got a little bit of money at Christmas, and this is what I decided to buy with that money. And that's it. They don't have any sentimental value, I just really liked them. Then the only other thing that I wear every single day without fail is my watch, and my watch is a Fitbit Charge 2, so super duper old now. When I got it, I think it was just before the Charge 3 was released, and I think the Charge 4 has been out for quite a while now. But this is just another classic example of me, you know, not feeling like I need to upgrade my technology. This does everything I need it to in terms of what I want to track in terms of Fitbit. So I don't feel the need to upgrade it. It's still going strong. It does what I need, so I don't need anything more. I have had 4 straps on it in the time I've had it. I don't know if I've had it for 4 years now, but I've had 4 different straps just because, you know, it's nice to refresh, and this is definitely my favourite one. It's like a faux leather strap, and I just think it looks a lot nicer than like the more sporty ones or the vibrant colour ones. So I wear that every single day. So that's my daily jewellery, and then I just have a handful of other pieces that I keep to hand. The first one is my watch. So this is a Michael Kors watch. I actually won this in a competition. We visited Goldsmiths on Boxing Day a good few years ago. This was me and my sister. We always used to go Boxing Day shopping on Boxing Day to get all the bargains in the sales. Take from that what you will. Says a lot about how I used to shop. And my sister actually bought a pair of earrings, and whilst they were there, they let us enter a competition to win a Michael Kors watch, and I happened to win. So that was that. But I think it's nice to have a proper, more traditional watch when you're sort of a Fitbit wearer, because I like to wear a watch all the time, even if I was like going to a party and maybe my Fitbit wouldn't fit in with that, and so I could just switch out to a more classic watch. I then have a gold bangle, another of my Michael Kors pieces that I've collected over the years. I don't wear this every day just because I find bangles to be a bit, well, annoying, honestly, on a day-to-day, but I do like to wear this for parties and going out. Sadly, a couple of the gemstones in it have discoloured, which is odd because it doesn't get worn very often. But this is a really nice bangle, and I do reach for it every now and then for parties and things. And again, it's gold, so it generally matches what I'm wearing right here and now. Then, I don't know if that's focused. I also have just these gold earrings. They're like little dangly hooks. These aren't real gold. These are actually quite old now, from a fast fashion store from a couple of years ago. So nothing special about the quality, but I do occasionally like a little bit of a dangly earring. Nothing too big. I think the style is very minimal. That's one of the things I like about these, and I struggle with earrings that aren't real gold, and this is a very rare occasion that I've found a pair that I can actually wear that don't like send my ears all red and horrible. So I have those on hand just in case I fancy a dangly earring over these sort of more tightly wound hoops. I don't know how you'd describe them. So that's just another option should I decide I want one. And then I just have two more items, you'll see what I mean. One is just a silver necklace with like a smoky grey black gemstone. This is a gift from one of my friends. This is from a company called Jewellery in London. And I have this just because I think it's nice to have a silver. And if I go to sort of out for a meal, I have a black dress I often wear because, as you're probably getting by now, I'm becoming more and more minimal with these sorts of things. So I don't have a lot of different going out dresses. So I have sort of a staple black dress that I like to wear for going out. And because of the colour of this gemstone, it just goes, I think, so much nicer than my gold jewellery does. So it's nice to have a silver option, and with this black gemstone it's just perfect. So I have that available to me as well. And then the last thing, this is also from Jewellery, are these stacking, let me just turn them all around, are some stacking bracelets. So each one just has a single charm on, and each bracelet kind of has like a different meaning or a different message. So they're called littles, and I have this one which has got a little flower on, and this one is called a little aloha, which I actually bought myself because Hawaii has a very significant meaning in my life because my husband and I got married in Hawaii, so I thought that was cute. I've then got a gemstone one, which was a leaving present from my last place of work. I've then got the daughter-in-law one, which my mother-in-law bought for me, and I've got an anchor, which is meant to symbolise strength and staying strong. So lovely that you can stack them together or you can wear them individually, and it's also a nice gift idea. I feel like a lot of people in my family and my friends know now, like if they want to surprise me with something, if they get me one of these, you know, they can't go wrong because it's something I love. It's basically the only thing I really collect, even though I've only got 4 of them. You can't go wrong with them. It's only tiny, it's not going to take up a lot of space, and I will get the use out of it. And once again, it's a silver, so I can wear these for going out. I don't wear these every day, but they would match very nicely with that necklace if I was going out somewhere. And that's it. That is all my jewellery. So I guess for some people that are minimal in the sense that they have none, or they maybe have like 1 or 2 pieces, this will seem like a lot, and for some people this will feel like hardly any. For me, I think this is the perfect amount. I would class this as a minimal jewellery collection. I've got my everyday and then just a few pieces for going out, and that is pretty much everything I need for all circumstances and eventualities. And so that is pretty much it for this video. That is my minimal jewellery collection. Feel free to share down in the comments, you know, what sort of pieces do you have? Do you have a bigger collection, a smaller collection? Do you have none at all when it comes to jewellery? Let me know down in the comments. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.